Welcome back. In this previous video, we have spoken about a topic called primitive data types. There are four types: number, string, null, undefined. If you didn't see this video, you can see that in the description link below. Now let's get into Boolean logics and comparison operators. Now I am deleting this and clearing a console. Now to compare two values in like 3 is bigger than 1 and 5 is greater than 4, and you can compare those two values by using this symbol, or call this symbol less than or greater than. Now in mathematics there are three kinds of symbols used as many times, called less than or greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. These are the symbols used for comparing two values. In this video you will see about a Boolean logics and comparison operator. First, what is Boolean logics? Boolean has a two values called true and false. False are the operators used. If it is false, it will return the value as false. If it is true, it will return the value as true. That means let's check it by using a comparison operators. First, the comparison operator is less than or greater than. If, let's don't make it up by the if conditions, that will be in the future videos. Now you can see the two values. Now I'm assigning 2 is less than 3. It will return me the value as true because 2 is lesser than 3, and it returns the value as true. We know that 2 is lesser than 3, so it returns the value as false. Now I'm typing 5 is lesser than 1. It returns the value as false because the 5 is more greater than 1, so it returns the value as false. If it makes in the complex conditions like 5 is greater than or equal to 4, it is false because it's nearly too close to 5, but it's not 5, so it returns false. It means that 5 is greater than 4. If now I type 5 less than or equal to 5, it returns me that this comparison operator has a two set of instructions, that it can be lesser than, or it can be equal to. Now 5 is equal to 5, so this operator gets satisfied and make the value as true and returns the value as true. Now if I type it as 5 greater than or equal to 5, it returns me true because these two are equal. Then you assign some operators of equal to in Boolean expressions. Boolean expressions are only in the two types called true and false. True is represented in 1 and false is represented in 0. It's mean by the true is represented in 1. It's a Boolean logic when the computer understand your language. Computer can't understand your language because it is only programmed by zeros and ones. It means the Boolean logics are uploaded to the computer by the programmers when they invented. Okay, just see this comparison operators. There will be more comparison operators when we compare to some specific topics. Now if I type it as true equal means just assigning a value to true. It's not a right way to do this. So if you need to compare this is equal to this, so you need to have 2 equal to and make a string and it returns true because true is equal to 1. 1 represents as true. As I tell before, true represents 1 and false represents 0. So it returns true because false represents 0 and true represents 1. It's little bit confusing, but it's very easy topic to understand. And if you compare those two values in the type correction means we're assigning the value by 3 equal to, it means the accurate value to gain from the browser or some embedded systems. Now if you type as 1, it will be shown as false. In previous statement it shows true because it is a non-accurate form, because it is in the string to represent the data in the true form, so it returns true. Now if a true is in the statement to check whether the one is equal to true, it's in the string, it can't understand the computer language, so it returns as false. Now you can type it as a variable called num and set the variable as 4. Now it is undefined. Now you can check that whether the 4 is equal to okay, you can set it as another number called where num equals to 1. Now it is undefined. Now you can check this 1 is equal to this one, sorry, this true. It will be true because now I'm going to type a new method called as a primitive data type entering in this method. You can check by true triple equals number. As I said in the previous video, that number represents in this form. You can check this type. Now the num type of num, now you need to check the type of num. Type of num equals to be a number, and this is equals to be a number, so the number 1 becomes false because the number is a string and you can't assign a value to a variable. Now the string cannot be worked in some specific topics like cohesion. Type cohesion is mean by triple equals to, that's checking a number, so it becomes false. With that false, you can verify the number of inputs by calling as number 1. Before that I can type it as true, and it also becomes a false. However, you can do in the type cohesion, there will be a false value in this method because type cohesion is to get a accurate value to some value of string. If you type it as, it becomes true. Now if you type it as 1, it becomes false because this is in the value of string and this is in the value of number. It can't be a number because if I'm typing as a variable called number is equal to 5 and I'm saving that number is equal to 5, now I'm making it compare between 5 and I'm actually giving a number triple equals to 5. It gives me the value of true because the number is 5. It checks the value 5. If I give this value as string, it will return as false because it is in the form of string. it can't return the value. Now you can do this method called number triple equals to number 5. It returns true because the number is already 5 and number represents as 5. So this number is declining inside the value. This value will be a type of number. Now you can see that, sorry, um, there will be one another trick. You can compare those two strings. Now I am setting a value as var name equal to wikidev, make it in a double quotes, and it returns as undefined. Now I need to check this wikidev is equal to actual wikidev. That means now I'm checking a name triple equals to wikidev. Because this is not a string, I need to apply some string values called. Now it returns true because it is in the form of string and it is in also form of string. So it check two values and making to return the value. Okay guys, see you in the next video with another example of logics.